All right. I am live now. Okay. What's good people? I'm not sure how many people are going to be on this stream or not. And because I haven't really done a great job of marketing, I've been, okay. I've been so busy with a lot of things, and trying to get this thing right and correct. So, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Whenever you're going to watch this, you're probably going to watch this on the stream. And okay, all right. So let me get this off. I'm trying to get something off the screen, right? Okay. Hold on 1 second. Try to give some people time to get on this stream. All right. Okay. All right. Hey. Okay, what's going on to my one viewer who's watching? I hope that this is clear. I did get a hotspot, a mobile hotspot that is supposedly working and on. And I only see one bar up right now, but hello, how's it going? I wanted to do a stream today, a live stream today, and talk about what's going on with our black men. What's up, Nika? How you doing, Nika? Good blessings, my sister. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. I won't be too long today for a lot of reasons. Just to give a quick background, I had signed up to get office space for the month, and I come to find out that who I signed up with, basically it's only a Monday through Friday thing, 8 to 5, I think 8:30 to 5, and I thought that I could stream live from an office setting. So I'm still in my room right now, and that's the long and short. So please excuse the visuals. I will be doing some streaming from that office space tomorrow. Probably won't be live because I only have limited hours in there, but we'll see. So I wanted to talk about a few things right quick. I think we are seeing in our culture, and hopefully you can still see this. Am I clear? I hope I'm clear. I know my lighting isn't the greatest, but I see 2 bars up on my hotspot, so I think we're good with that. So anyway, I wanted to talk about what's going on with our men, particularly starting with the black men in hip hop that we see passing away. And I'm looking over here to the sides of my phone because I've listed 6 black men, but I think I'm gonna great. All right. I think I'm gonna talk about. I'm sorry, I have 8 black men that have died in hip hop from various things, and I want to kind of break down what happened to them. If you really break down what happened to them, so here's the thing. So let's start off with MF Doom, and I'm going to do a video that will kind of break down, edit a video that will break down who these individuals are, because you may not know who MF Doom was. So MF Doom was a rapper who rapped with Third Base. He was a rapper that was later in his rap career, he wore a mask. MF Doom, he assumed a comic book anti-villain or villain, and he wore a mask because he wanted it to be his art to be focused more on him rather than how he looked. So that's who MF Doom was. Anyway, he passed away, or the family announced that he passed away in October. Now, they're not saying what he passed away from. Some people are saying that he passed away from COVID, while other reports have him pass away as suicide. This young man, I think he was known as Plug One. He lost his brother about 15, 20 years ago in an accident where the brother tried to get from one side of the freeway to another, and he was hit by a car and killed. And I don't think that MF Doom ever really got over that. So it's quite a possibility that he could have passed away from suicide. It's possible. But some people are saying COVID. Another person from hip hop that you probably heard of, Shabba-Doo from Breaking, the movie. I think you're Breaking 1 and Breaking 2. He was a dancer and a pretty good dancer. And anyway, he passed away supposedly from COVID. He thought that he had COVID. One day he was feeling really down and sick, and he went on live and he went on Instagram and said that he had a COVID scare and that he's a COVID warrior, but he's okay. And the next day he passed away. So this COVID thing is real. I'm going to just go down the list right quick. And then you have Fred the Godson, who's a rapper who was, I think he had diabetes. He was also very obese. He passed away from COVID as well. He was on a ventilator. He had a lot of weight on him. You guys can look these people up as I'm talking and just listen if you wish. Fred the Godson. So he passed away from COVID. And then you had this brother. Oh, God, can I think of his name? I got to pull up his name, I think. Okay. Brother was named Mums. He was in y'all remember the Showtime called Oz? He's a poet. He was a great poet. And he passed away. Let me see if I can show y'all some of these pictures because I'm just so, you probably can't see. Let me not even, okay. Anyway, this is, I need to learn more, better editing. So Mums is this brother right here. The dark-skinned brother to the right, the second row down. Mums was a brother who passed away from diabetes, complications from diabetes. Okay? He was a great poet and a great actor, and he passed away actually in the Lower East Village, Lower East Side. And then you have the brother from Houdini, Ecstasy. I think his name was John Fletcher. Let me pull this up. I know this is really whatever. John Fletcher. Third row down. Okay, third row down to the left. John Fletcher. Y'all remember him from Houdini? Now they say that he passed away from congestive heart failure. Okay, I hope that you're seeing some of the themes that we have here. And then you have, who I don't have pictured, is Prince Marky D from the Fat Boys. They also say that he passed away from heart problems. He was obese for much of his life. And then, of course, we had DMX passed away. They're saying that he had COVID in his system as well as some bad drugs. I did a post about him on my community feed, and I only had, I think, one like or whatever. So people haven't really been checking it out. But if you go to my community feed, I did a post of DMX with a picture of him as a child. It talked about his childhood and a lot of his demons, quote unquote demons, and unresolved issues. So he passed away. And then you had Black Rob pass away. I think he needed a liver transplant, and he had a lot of problems with his liver. But they also say that he was a really big drinker. He drank a lot. So he could have possibly died away from cirrhosis of the liver. And then finally, and there's more, but finally, last but not least, is Shock G of Digital Underground, most famously known as Humpty, standing next to Tupac down to the right. He passed away in a hotel room. They haven't given a cause of his death, but they say that he was a heavy drug user. He abused drugs. So running through all of these is the unfortunate circumstances of Black men not taking care of themselves and not taking care of their health. And it's concerning to me because a lot of these guys were around my age. Some guys were younger than me. So what's happening to our Black men? We got to make sure that our Black men are taking good care of themselves. And it helps when you're a Black man taking care of yourself if you have a Black wife and a positive family and community support system. That's very, very, very important. So, black men, encourage your black men, brothers, sisters, husbands, uncles, fathers, grandfathers, friends, mentors, to take care of themselves, brothers and sisters. So, I'll probably do a video breaking down each one again. So that's really, but that leads me to another quick point. Well, not a quick point, but another point about black men as celebrities, as leaders. Now, Malcolm X taught us about 60 years ago, 50 something years ago, that celebrities are not our leaders or are not natural leaders. Now, you do have some celebrities that are leaders, that have some ability to lead. I think of people like Paul Robeson, to a lesser extent, but still an extent, Harry Belafonte. Um, but, when we think that these celebrities are leaders just because they're black and just because they're men and just because they have a platform and just because they have money, that does not necessarily hold true. But what I will say is that, the leaders that are in our community are the people organizing in our community naturally. They're not seeking the spotlight. They're not seeking fame. They're not seeking to make money. You got a lot of these people that are so-called leaders in the hip hop community and beyond, that are in it for money, that have not been politically educated, socially educated, culturally educated to give answers to what we need as a people. And really, the real leaders are the people that are in organizations that are organizing and mobilizing every day, are people on various levels. I would say to an extent, Black Lives Matter. There's really some genuine people in there, but there's also some people that aren't so genuine, and some of the goals should really be evolving and focused more on power, empowerment, or Black power, rather than just Black lives. But the problem with our culture is we put too much stock into social media and social media personalities. Now, I don't have a problem with Mika Mallory or the brother Myson, the two people that are always out in the front. They're social media people. Myson is a rapper, hip hop. He's almost icon status because he went to jail for something that he didn't commit, and then he didn't give up the person that did. But Myson and Tamika Mallory are, I would say, leaders that have been propelled by the social media movement. Same thing with, for most part, a lot of the Black Lives Matter people. But at the end of the day, the people in organizations and organizing on community levels are the real leaders, and that we should not take the words of people like Lil Wayne and and others just because they have a platform and because they are celebrities. Malcolm X warned us about this 60 years ago. You can probably Google or YouTube Malcolm X on celebrities as leaders, or Malcolm X on celebrities. So that's one thing that actually I'm starting, is called the counterculture. You may have seen some, if you're on my IG page, make sure you join my IG page, same name, Samumba Sabukwe. I put hashtag counterculture to kind of question what's going on in our culture and to counter it. But not only to counter what's going on in our culture, which I feel is being led largely by social media, but also to create. We got to create things that are better for our people in our community and the world, rather than just being against something. So I'm for more than anything else. But you're going to see some things. I got some t-shirts coming out. I got some caps coming out. I got more content coming out called the counterculture with 2Ks, counterculture. And I'm going to be really talking about that, because the problem now isn't so much anymore, I feel, and we can talk about this as well. It's not so much mass media as it is social media. You give it, anybody can have a platform. Takashi, Little Nas, negative people in our community. I don't want to say negative people, but people that put out a message that isn't positive have a platform and they have a following. And, I would probably have 1 million followers if I was a gossip columnist, if I was a Tasha K, or if I was reporting on negative things all the time, I would probably have more than 1,900 people, followers or subscribers, and actually help me get to 2,000. I've been at 1,900 for a long time. But that's what the problem that we have. One of the problems that we have in our community right now is we have social media influencers as leaders, or that are like pushing the culture in a certain way. And it's the problem with our culture right now. I think any culture is when it's trend based. Trends come and go in our culture. Trends come and go, but the truth remains. So, it's like trendy. I think it's becoming less trendy. The anti-vaccination movie is becoming is trendy. It was. It's not as much as it was, but it still is. We believe everything that we see on a meme or what's popularly shared. Like 5G causes coronavirus. That's been proven untrue. And we have over 100 million people in America now that have been fully vaccinated. And you should have thousands upon thousands of deaths, but you don't. Yet people still follow what they see on social media. So social media can be a force for good, where it exposes the Breonna Taylor, let's say, killing, and Ahmaud Arbery. But it can also be a force used for negativity. So we really got to question the people that have a platform aren't necessarily prepared as leaders. So that's something I'm really going to be discussing in the future, most likely during the week. So you're going to have to catch that. I'm just going to have to record some live streams. And I thank you for all the 3 people that are watching right now. This is pretty consistent. So celebrities are not natural leaders, and we really need to be careful about that, as well as really confronting the culture, the social media culture that's really driving a lot of things. Okay, and I want to conclude with Steve Harvey's comments about men and women can't be friends. Okay, so you got to really break down Steve Harvey. Now, there's a lot of things in his book and the movie that I thought that were pretty good examples of things that we could, take in, things that we can learn from, things that we can share. But I think we got to realize, when you got to look at the message, and in this case, the messenger. When Steve Harvey says that he can't be friends, that men and women can't be friends, first and foremost, Steve Harvey is speaking for himself, because Steve Harvey always has beautiful women in his face. Celebrities, and they're powerful, and they have money for the most part. So he's speaking for himself. He's not speaking for the rest of us. That's first and foremost. He's also a very busy man. When would he have time to be friends with any woman? He doesn't have time for that. That's one thing. So the things that he's talking about and other celebrities talk about apply to them. They don't apply to you. He doesn't speak for me as a man. He touches on some things that I can agree with. Same thing with Kevin Samuels, and same thing with Derek Jackson to an extent. They say things that I can agree with, that I can unite with. But, he doesn't speak for everyone. So, okay. So also, let me say that men and women can be friends. Just because a beautiful woman is in our face doesn't mean that we are trying to sleep with them, or that they've said no. I am personally, as a man, always looking for women that I can converse with, women that I can connect with, women that I can help build a community with, that we can talk about arts, that we can help each other through this life. I'm currently single, and I know a lot of beautiful women, and I'm not trying to get with any woman that doesn't want to be with me. Mutual attraction is what it's all about, but spiritual attraction must underline that. Now, I want to say this before I go, because we're running up on 30 minutes, that men and women are not animals. Men are not animals unless we are ruled by our lower animal nature. Why does it have to be that a man is always trying to sleep with a woman? Well, that is the case with a lot of men, because they are ruled not by their spirit, not by their higher power, but by their lower animal nature. And once you become a man, a real full man, you learn to ascend that. And once you become an intelligent and evolving black man, you realize that chasing all these women and chasing all these skirts will get you in trouble, that you need to settle up with a good black woman in order to build the empire that you're trying to build. Every black man that you see in jail, I don't want to say celeb. Let's just keep it with celebrities that are in jail, that have gotten in trouble, have not been not only true to their wives, but have not been true to their true spirit. They follow their ego, they follow their lower animal nature. And when you follow these things, it will lead to destruction. So I look forward to women that I can converse with and talk to about a variety of things: arts, culture, politics, the race, music, our lives, things that we've been through. And if there's a mutual attraction and she makes it known that she's interested and attracted to me by my spirit, then I want to be with, then I'm going to try to explore something with her. And so I wanted to say that we're not animals, that we can be friends as if we are evolved enough to handle that. Hey, what's up, Nika again? What's up, Triple A Gift Box? How you guys doing? Thank you guys for watching, and whoever else is watching, thank you so much. So I think it's a question of evolution. Also, women play into that. Men and women can't be friends when they start thinking that attention means attraction, or that a man is trying to get with them, or that they'll see, they'll be around a man who's trying to be a friend on whatever level, that's not sexual, that's not a relationship level, and they'll start thinking, well, why can't it be me and you, But we got to really value keeping each other's company as a culture. We got to really value building each other up. We're not animals. We do not have to follow our emotions, and we should teach our young people not to follow their emotions and not to follow their sexual lusts and urging, and we must be evolved, and it must be spiritual connections, not just physical connections. And yes, thank you, Triple A Gift Box. I would definitely say that, man. I can't. You hit on the point. We can't be nothing if we can't be friends. And if it's a real friendship and it lasts forever, that's a beautiful thing. I want to marry my best friend, but I also want lifelong friendships and connections and family, because there's some of my family that's no longer like family. People that I grew up that's not even family, they're not even in touch anymore. So, as you get older, people die off, people fade away. But at the end of the day, if you want to have a good life, you need to have really good, genuine friends. And if you want to have a healthy relationship, you must have a friendship. I'm open to, when it's the right time, a friendship first. And if we can't be lovers, we can't be friends, we can't be lovers. I think Heavy D said that. Okay, so I was able to get all that out. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to use this stream. And I'm in my room right now, laying on my bed. So the visuals may not be all that great because I have a very, very small room that I live in. Long story short on that situation. I'll speak more on that later, another time. But anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys got something out of this. I'll be doing some follow-up videos as well on these topics. And I'm not sure of the days exactly yet, but I will be streaming at least 2 to 3 times a week from this point on. My next stream will be on the culture, more of the social media culture, what's going on with people like T.I. and Steve Harvey and other celebrities. So look forward to that. Check my community page every morning. I do, as some of you know, Mornings with Moomba, and I also do Dear Black People, which are just kind of inspirational, thought-provoking quotes that I do every morning. And so I hope that you guys get something out of that. I'm still working on, I just had to really get the time to do the Patreon thing. I haven't set that up yet. I do have a PayPal and I do have Cash App, but I'm not doing all that on this stream. So anyway, I will have a Patreon account. I'm trying to, I've been working with a single mom in the Dominican Republic that's been really suffering from racism, and she has 2 children, and she's trying to get her life on track. And she decides to wear her hair natural, and that lost her job, and she decided to speak up for her right, that lost her another job. So anyway, I've been helping her and her son and her daughter. And so anyway, that's part of this thing called the Pearl Project, which is to help single moms and even married moms that are dealing with issues in their lives, in their relationships, in their singlehood. So that's another thing that I'm doing. It's called the Pearl Project. I'm also going to delve into politics more and start organizing again. As some of you know, I was organized with Occupy Wall Street, and then I did some events with Black Lives Matter, organized some events here in New York City. So I'm going to be doing that as well. And I'm thinking about doing a music. I'm thinking about doing. I hope my screen isn't. Okay. I'm thinking about doing a jazz and music blog as well. Well, but I do want to say I'm going to put in the chat right here. Please tell your friends to sign up for this page, this channel, and I can be found on IG and FB and Twitter at my name, Sumumba Sabukwe. I'm still on I think I just put in the chat. I'm on a 30-day ban from Facebook because I confronted another white supremacist, a white nationalist, and White Tears Matter to Facebook. And I am on ban until, what is it, May the 11th. So I think I have exactly, what's the day? The 2nd. So I have 9 more days for that. But feel free to add me on FB, IG, Twitter, and help me build this platform. And if you're coming in late, I'm sorry you're catching it late. Just go back to the stream when it's back posted up. And if you feel that we should do a part 2 to this, let me know in the comments. And also, I'm going to put down my email address as well. If you want to be on the show in the future, or if you have ideas for the show, I have a full-fledged idea of everything. So that's my email address. Also, man, just again, help me build this platform, man. Go to my community channel, my community page here, and just see this is how I'm vibing. This is how I'm doing. I'm trying to do everything as integrity, as principled as I can. You know, there's a lot of people on YouTube that are finessers. They'll do these 7-hour-long IG, 7-hour-long live, you know, because it generates money, it generates views, it generates all that. And I don't want to keep people for 7 hours and all that. Money is nice. I wouldn't mind raising some money, but I'm a legal hustler. I will go out and hustle and do the things that I need to do. And I don't want to finesse people for views. I don't want to be giving money YouTube either. I'm really not interested in being monetized per se. I mean, I know that day will come, and it's cool. I'm not against money at all, but I'm more interested in giving people the information that we need as a culture and to move forward as a people. I'm very much interested in that. And one of my things, and I'll close with this, one of my key things that I mentioned a few minutes ago is the Pearl Project. The Pearl Project is a project that seeks to help single moms and mothers dealing with issues, and wives that are dealing with issues in their relationships, in their singlehood. My mother died 15 years ago on April the 27th. And she died of a broken heart. She was part of a emotionally abusive relationship that really broke her heart. And, a few days before she died, her husband had left her. And, a few days after he left, she ended up in the hospital. And, literally she died of a broken heart, and, this was caused by a man that didn't even love himself. So since that time, and even before that time happened, I've been really wanting to help single moms and Black women and women in general, Black women in particular, deal with abuse and deal with healing. And, my mom knew that I wrote a book called Dating Games, A Brother Speaks Up. I'm still deciding whether I'm going to re-release it or not. And she helped edit the first half of my book. And she knew that I was talking about the things that she had gone through. Mom wanted other women to know her story and not become a victim of abuse from a man. But there's other issues that Black women face, and of course Black men face as well, that I want to talk about, that I want to address, parenting issues as well, and just give the knowledge and the information that I have, that has been passed down to me. So, and I'm more into that on future streams. But anyway, go to my community board. Also, check the piece I did on DMX as a young man, what he went through. I don't know if you guys know all the abuse that he suffered as a child, and I think that it played a large role in his passing away, untimely passing away, and finding himself in drugs and finding himself in a lot of other things. And let me give some shout outs. Hey, what's up, Roberta from Harlem? How you doing? What part of Harlem are you in, Roberta? When I first moved to New York, was it 20 years ago? I lived in 35th and Convent, right by City College. So, yeah, what's up? I'm in the Bronx now, up in the Tremont section. So, not too far from there. I just actually was in Harlem yesterday. I work out at Planet Fitness, and I was at the gym in Harlem there at 125th Street, right across the street from the Apollo. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and for 2 to 3 to 4 people that have watched all the way through, thank you. And for me. Well, let's get these numbers up. Help me get to 2,000. Please tell your friends to check out my page and tell them to just go to the community board if you want to catch my vibe, if you want to catch my values. All of that can be found on the community board. So just check that out. Okay. So anyway, yeah, quick on Roberta. Okay, Sugar Hill, baby, Sugar Hill. Yeah, I was right across the street from Sugar Hill. I'm Convent, Hamilton Heights. I know all about Sugar Hill. Love it. I'm trying to get back there. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. I'm sorry you're catching the stream live. I've been on over 30 minutes now, Roberta, but make sure that you go back and check out everything I said. And if you think we should do a part 2, email me or hit me up in the comments that we should do a part 2 so we can kind of expound more on the topics that I address. Anyway, thank you so much, Roberta. I love you. I love you, Roberta. I love you, a gift box. I love you, Nika. I love everyone that's been on this stream today. And thank you so much. And we will definitely talk again soon. And we will build this platform, and we will build empowerment for our community and love for our community, and make Black love matter. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Love you guys. Please like, share, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell as well. And we will talk soon. I love you guys. Peace. Yes.